Now, your weather authority forecast from meteorologist Hannah Gard.
Well, we've been tracking that persistent rainfall throughout the day today. It's been leaving the roads wet. We've also been feeling some gusty winds out there. On the radar, actually things are starting to lighten up a bit, especially down to the southwest. Now, we still have a patch of some moderate rainfall near Morgan City right now, but elsewhere just seeing some really light rain, that drizzle continuing, which we've been seeing through much of the day today. Now, many areas haven't really picked up too much, but tomorrow I'm expecting more. So this is your first alert as we head into Tuesday through Wednesday morning. We are going to see some more heavy rainfall at times, and those winds are going to continue to pick up. That's because we have a Gulf low that's tracking to the south of us, and that's going to bring us those rainfall and wind threats. Now, we also could see some coastal flooding because of the wind direction coming from the east. That inland flooding threat, though, on the lower side, because we're not going to see those really heavy pockets of rainfall. It's more spread out, that lingering rain. But we could see power outages possible from those strong winds associated with this low. Now, we're just seeing consistent rain along the northern Gulf right now. We have a lot of cloud cover. If we look farther down to the south, we're trying to find the center of this system, and it's not incredibly obvious where that is. We're not going to see that put together spin that we do on tropical systems. That we're just seeing that broad area of disturbed weather down to the south of us right now. Now, the winds are going to start to pick up, and we'll start to see maybe a center as we go throughout the evening hours tonight. Now, what I want to look at is the water vapor. This is the upper level drivers of this system. There's a lot of orange right here. The winds are going counterclockwise. That's an upper level low, and where we look for those surface lows are where the winds are going in different directions in the upper levels. So you can see them going to the north here across Texas. Down to the south, they're kind of going more to the northeast. So we're looking for that low in this area, which is consistent with what we're seeing on the radar. And notice this is progressing to the east, and it's been speeding up. So that's the way that this low is going to go as well. You can see that with the models. It starts trekking to the east. The center is pretty far south of us. And depending on where that center exactly lines up, it's important because that's where we're going to see the heaviest rainfall. If it's really far south of us, then this training heavy rain is not quite going to make it up to the north, which a lot of models are kind of hinting at that staying a little bit farther down to the south. That would be good news for that flooding threat. But regardless, we're going to continue to see this lingering light rain that we have, even if that is far to the south. And the winds are still going to pick up on the northern side of the system, so we still will have that coastal flooding threat. Notice that rain still lingering even through Wednesday morning, and this model doesn't really go that far out into Thursday, but I think we could see some showers even into really early on Thursday. We certainly will keep the cloud cover until that low starts to dissipate. The flood potential, though, is going to be tomorrow. This is a level 1 out of 4, so it's not an incredibly high risk for flooding. But in the coastal areas, that's where we have our best chance of seeing that heavy rain. This model is one of the most aggressive models that we have out there, showing that we could see up to 6 inches of rainfall down in those coastal areas. But what I've been seeing with the trend of these models is it's pushing it more and more offshore. That's what I was talking about with the center of that low. If that's farther down to the south, then we're not really going to see that flooding be so much of an issue. But we're going to keep this for now. A couple of our models are still showing we could see 2 to 4 inches inland. We've picked up about a ½ an inch today. If we do the same thing tomorrow, then we only get an inch total. So it's just going to depend on where that center lines up. And we want the rain, especially because it's going to be so spread out. Our drought conditions are exceptional across most of the state into Mississippi, so we do need this rainfall. And this one event is just not going to do it to bust that drought. We need multiple rain events as we head into the winter to help with our drought conditions. But it will help out a little bit if we can get some good rain. Coastal winds already starting to pick up. You can see 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts down to the south, offshore, sustained 30-mile-per-hour winds, and off the lake even, almost 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We're going to see those continue to ramp up as we see that low track to our south, especially as it pulls to the north a little bit. That's when we could see those offshore winds up to 40 miles per hour. Even off of the lake, we might see some 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So gale warning in effect through Wednesday for those gusts up to 45 knots. And we also have coastal flood warnings because those winds are coming from the east. So it's piling all that water up. So tides could be 2 to 4 feet above normal. If you live in those areas, we could see some roadways inundated with that coastal flooding. Now we're actually still looking at the tropics. It is November, but we have an area of low pressure that's expected to form over the next 7 days and then lift to the north. That could impact the central Caribbean as we go into the next week. Now this is not going to impact us because of that low digging across the U.S., but if we do see that form into a tropical storm, the next name is Vince. Now this system that we're watching is not tropical. It's more of a frontal low, but it is going to bring us a lot of rainfall. Hopefully not heavy rainfall all at once, guys, but we need any rain we can get. With the gusty winds, just make sure you have anything tied down that you might have outside. That could become a problem tonight into tomorrow. But I'm really thinking this will just be mostly beneficial for us with the rain.
Right. No, it's really good right now, helping out with those fires in the east.
Yeah, for sure.
Not too much, as you said, at one time, so it's perfect.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing we need throughout the winter.
Thanks,
All right, thanks.
All right, some simple change.